If you could recap us, please.
Okay. Last time on... I'm trying to remember what we actually call it when I'm not making a joke. Buttonmasher Shadowrun. Last time on Buttonmasher Shadowrun, following the events in California Free State, Neil gets held up and looks at getting his fried vehicle control rig repaired. It's expensive. Jamaica is trying to connect to a cyberdoc who's into cars. There's a super secret big time race in Couriers called the Pinnacle Rose, and she needs a rigger, both. Actually, it turns out not to be a rigger, but anyway. Neil is obviously very keen. Franklin, traumatized by his near-death experience, recovers in a Couriers clinic. He receives a mysterious message from Flick. He wants to make amends. Franklin is not especially receptive, but he teases out the offer, which is that Flick wants to be Franklin's apprentice. Slick is dealing with the runaways. That sorted, he plans his 18th birthday celebration. Serendipitously, Clay's group are debuting their new EP tonight. Neil gets very involved and gets everyone to the venue very early. Kerry Taylor meets us there for an off-the-record interview. She's especially interested to get Orla's perspective as regards events in Ternanog. Wait. Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Don't worry, I'll review this bit.
This all relates to Orla's past, especially what down with her father. Bitsy arrives and hits up Franklin. She does one of those thank yous that is also kind of an accusation. It gets deep as regards how technomancers are addicted to Wi-Fi. Franklin also grasses on Flick, but Bitsy is under the impression that that's not true, that Flick is in a facility that has no matrix connection. Franklin is understandably taken aback, and the party continues apace.
Cool. Okay, so some bits and pieces. So the race in Couriers, the Pinnacle Rose, that is an informal event. It is organised by some movers and shakers and a central organisation. And Jamaica has a wager with the cyberdoc, whose name is Rivavaldi, about who's going to win, with Neil being contracted to do the last leg on her behalf.
Just the last leg, so I'm a member of a team?
Well, there was a driver before Neil who has completed the other parts of it.
I see.
But then he was arrested, so he can't complete the last leg.
Didn't even want to race against the cops.
Well, part of the rule of the race was that you can't be detained while you're racing. So he succeeded in that part of it, completed the leg that he was assigned to do. It's just they caught up with him shortly thereafter. What else? Yeah, so I guess specifically what Kerry Taylor was interested in was the concept of the Chalhan, the Elvish challenge. As it turns out that Orla's father was involved in one, and of course he hasn't been seen since. Okay, that's about it. And of course the other thing that we talked about beforehand was that as the party continued, both Orla and Clay indulged their vices to get their karma back and ended up overindulging, which will lead to some side effects. And we are without Martin this evening because he is not feeling too well. So Franklin I think it's probably more in his character to, I don't know if he'd go home early or whether he would overindulge, but not to the same extent potentially, but enough that he is non-compos mentis for events that are about to occur. Okay, So, we're all at the party. It is going very well. So, Clay is playing with the band. They're all on form. The crowd that has sort of turned up, including several people who just sort of come in the door to hear what's going on, seem to be digging it.
Play something we all know.
Since Orla overindulged, did we talk about what happened to her? I can't remember.
It hasn't happened yet.
Okay.
But at this stage, you are, very open-minded. Deep weed has a side effect of making you astrally active, sort of against your will, I suppose. You can't turn it off, which at a concert is a very powerful kind of experience, particularly when the crowd are into it, which they are, or if the crowd are very anti it. The emotions of the room color astral space considerably. So at the moment, it's all very overwhelming. And Clay, it's kind of the same for you, except minus the deep weed, more than likely. But it's still a transcendent experience.
I mean, a little bit of that bleeds into his playing anyway, right?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. It's just sometimes it can take over a bit. What's Neil doing at the moment?
Smashing some beersies with my boy Slick.
Well, at this point, I'm kind of imagining that Slick's on the wild side right now. I think he's just running around the place, like dancing on the walls and shit.
Oh yeah, Neil's not dancing on the walls. That could cause architectural issues.
So Neil's having some drinks near the bar, and Slick is enjoying himself.
Oh, is Clay's band up yet? Are they?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm going to get in the mosh pit, and if there isn't a mosh pit, I'm going to make one.
Taking a drink with you? Okay. So, Slick, what you notice in between your exuberance is the crowd is reasonably thick, ebbing and flowing, moving about the place as the music takes hold. You notice out of the corner of your eye, though, there is a dark-haired dwarven woman who seems to be making her way methodically closer to Neil.
Well, if I notice something like that, I'm probably not going to do it quietly or secretly as he would probably want to. But no, I'm definitely going to go and like maybe just fucking drunkenly go over to Neil and be like, I think this lady here's got the hots for you.
What? Where? Oh.
There's a lady here she's been following you. She's getting closer and closer. Do you know her?
I take it I don't.
No, not familiar.
Hi, I know the band. That guy, he's my friend from work.
Okay, so yeah, she looks up and gives a nervous smile, just sort of nods her head and goes back to looking at the stage. But yeah, she's positioned herself sort of alongside.
She's a bit weird, Neil.
She looks like she's watching the stage, but there's no way in fuck she can see it. We could give her a boost. Would that be polite?
Actually, maybe we should ask her. Maybe she does want a boost.
I mean, I think that's good mosh pit etiquette. You're right.
I'm
Gotta be
picturing you guys
polite.
screaming over the music at each other to be heard.
Hi, do you want us to give you a boost so you can see the band more?
So,
Yeah, we can do that.
yeah, she looks up at you, sort of pauses for a second, and then nods her head.
All right, Slick, you take that side, I'll take this side.
All right, let's go.
Just hoist her up onto our shoulders.
Okay, so
Well, probably my shoulder, and then because of you're probably a lot bigger than me, Neil. You're probably just using your hand to like fucking.
Yeah, like the crook of my elbow or something.
Yeah.
all right, so yeah, you boost her up so that she can see over the crowd. She sort of steadies herself for a second.
Oh, maybe she's more drunk than we thought. Oh.
Well, she's standing on two people, like you say, of different heights. And Slick, you notice her right hand drops and something fires out of it into Neil's drink.
Don't be taking no drinks out of that, eh? Well, I wanna kind of maybe like I don't know, eyeball him somehow. Like don't looking at the drink, looking at him. Like no, don't.
I'm sure Neil will get the subtle message.
No, beer. No.
I mean,
fresh
assuming I
beer.
can just take that signal, then it'll be like, what's all this?
I think no. Slick then turns around and says, "I need to go to the toilet, Neil. You're on your. You need to come with me. I'm not in a good spot, man. You need to come with me."
Oh, okay, all right, sorry, we'll be back, and just try not to drop her, and then and I'll be like, and don't worry, we won't cross the streams.
Just hand her off and let the crowd surfing begin.
Okay,
When,
so
obviously, when we're at a good enough distance, that's when I turn around to Neil and just be like, "What? She just dropped some shit in your drink. Like, what? You need to be careful, man. This lady's crazy."
oh shit, you're right. Maybe she does like me. What a hassle. All right, hang on. Better get a fresh one.
I think we need to stay away from this lady. She seems like she's after the kind of party that I don't want to be involved in.
Yeah, this seems like there's a consent issue here.
Yeah, that wasn't very thoughtful, was it?
Yeah,
we asked her if she wanted a boost. She didn't ask us if we wanted to have drugs.
Damn right. Even if it's happy, fun party drugs, that is bad etiquette.
Yeah.
She seems to be hurriedly making her way towards the door.
I'm a bit curious. Just pull an I Spy drone out of my pocket and flick it up into the air and let it zzz. Oh wait, I can't control drones anymore. At least not directly. I could like give it some instructions and have it fuck it up, right?
Yep, pretty much.
Okay, I'll do that then.
It does sound like Neil would probably do that, though. Pull it out and then go to release it and then go, wait a minute, something's not right.
Yeah, so I'll like load up the DJI app or whatever and be like, fuck, how do you work this thing? Okay, and have it like, I mean, even today you can have them like acquire a target and follow it. So I imagine it's precisely as crap as that feature. I'm just trying to make it do that.
Okay, yeah, it might be able to make it out the door. And that's where she goes, slips out into alleyway.
So I guess I can like manually control it, but it's basically the equivalent of doing it using a controller, right?
Yeah, you're not part of it anymore. You can't really issue it instant commands. You don't have that intuitive kind of control.
Ugh. God, this app is rubbish. Okay, hang on. Alright, so should I like roll any dice to make that work, or?
Yeah. So if you... It'll be operate. Yeah. and you'll have less effect. Okay, so yeah, you're able to send it out into the alley, and you see her running away with a surprising speed, aided by the fact that her legs seem to be able to lengthen at will.
She didn't need a boost at all. Dude, look at these pictures.
Is she even really a dwarf?
Now I'm pissed off.
Do you know many dwarves, Neil?
Nah, not heaps. I dealt with a few, but, you know. I certainly don't know any here.
Why the hell would some dwarf want to be putting some shit in your drink?
Maybe she was taken by my rugged good looks.
I mean, that's very true. That's a good point.
But then I went, oh, I see. Then I went to go to the toilet with you, and she's like, oh, I see what's going on. And now she feels embarrassed.
Oh, did she think we were together?
Maybe? I mean, I don't want to say anything at the time, but it does seem kind of weird.
Oh, who knows? Let's get a fresh beer, eh? Let's forget it ever happened.
Yeah, so I'll dispose of this one. I'll actually tip it out. I'm not gonna leave it on the bar or anything.
Okay. So,
is there anything left in there, or is it fully dissolved?
it appears to be dissolved by now.
Oh, I wonder if we could like analyze this and see if it's happy fun time drugs or like bad poopy time drugs.
I mean, yeah. How else do you test that? Are you going to drink it?
I mean, that is one way of finding out, but nah, I was thinking about like getting a science man to science it.
That's a
Or
good
science
idea.
lady, you're welcome.
Or maybe let's ask the lady, like the who put it in there. She'll know what it is. Let's go ask her.
Oh, well, she's running away so fast.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
And man,
Let's just grab another beer.
Yeah, all right. Let's just assume. No, all the assumptions are bad. Yep, new beer it is.
Easy. Okay. Acquiring a fresh beer is no difficulty, other than waiting slightly in the queue. Okay, so is the crowd has swelled to capacity, and shift gear potentially into a more melancholy tune. As I mentioned before, Clay and all of this is like you're experiencing something magical for various reasons. And it's all becoming quite overwhelming. Like there's a point of pressure at the back of your head that keeps swelling and moving, pulling you backward. And all of a sudden, you black out and you feel the vibrations of a vehicle underneath your back, your legs, and you feel a warm wind blowing in your face. And opening your eyes, you appear to be in a very old-fashioned van in the middle of a nondescript desert. You can see Neil, Slick, Franklin, and Bitsy are also there, asleep in the back of the van. The van appearing to be as big as it needs to be to accommodate everyone. In the front of the van driving is a tall elf with dark brown hair. And in the passenger seat is a young elven woman who has blue streaks in her blonde hair.
Clay, you awake?
Ah, shit. Am I drunk off the atmosphere again?
What the fuck is this?
I don't know.
So the elf who's driving turns back to look at you. He has the most piercing blue eyes you've ever seen in your life. And he says, "Huh, that's new. I guess
Hello?
fate's never quite set in stone. It always seems to change up on you."
Okay, Sarah Connor.
Hello?
Comfortable?
Not
We've still
particularly.
got a way to go.
Until we get where?
Our final destination. It's a little further than last time. Well, at least he was here. He gestures to Neil.
Who are you?
So he gives a wink and says, "Who would you like me to be?" I think this would all go down a little bit easier if we establish some basic ground rules. If you were mages, we'd probably have to have a conversation about psychology. Why am I wearing this t-shirt? Why is this a combi van? Where is this desert? What is the logical reason behind it? What is your subconscious telling you? But I can see that you're both more of a spiritual bent. So you should probably know better that, you should be able to realize when you're on a higher plane and that none of this is real, including me. What's real is the message.
We should go on a road trip? Somewhere warm?
Are you trying to tell us that Orla should be our tour manager?
Are you telling me that I should dye my hair?
Up ahead, there is a man on the side of the road. He appears to be dressed up as, depending on how familiar you are with 20th century culture, he's wearing a Spock outfit, including the fake ears. He's picking up rubbish on the side of the road, but the bag that he's got has a hole in it, so the rubbish keeps falling out. And he's wearing thick white gloves with the letters YET on them. The driver turns back, sees the man on the road, and swerves to hit him. But the man takes a step back, letting the van pass.
Hey, what did you do that for?
Force of habit. As the man watches the van speed off, one of his fake ears falls off.
Whoa. That guy looked like he was already having a shit of a time.
Well, yeah, and I can't claim all the credit for that.
This is like some Homer Simpson on hot sauce fucking trip.
You've all had your part to play. But that's not important right now. It's present, but not future. Future is important. A sign up ahead says point of no return, 1 mile.
Might want to slow down there, bud.
This thing goes at the pace that it wants to go. If we stop, we might not start ever again.
Old Volkswagen.
It's difficult to give you what you want here. As I said, this is a different place. Anything I say, any straight answers, they'll come out kind of bendy. But there are some things coming, and they've come before. And one of you will need to make a choice. When you return to the bridge, a sacrifice will need to be made.
Out of character, should I know what the bridge is? Should we know what the bridge is?
Nope.
Oh. What bridge?
It'll come in time. Just try and keep an open mind. And car hits a pothole, and you're back at the concert.
Jesus fuck.
The music has stopped. Your bandmates are kind of staring at you, Clay, and the audience are muttering to themselves.
Oh, fuck. Sorry, guys. Whoa. Where were we?
So, yeah, Neil and Slick, you would have seen that as well, that Clay just sort of hit a note that continued for far longer than it seemed necessary, and then just stopped and stared into space. At first, it seemed to be taken as maybe some performance art or some kind of quirk, but eventually things got a little awkward.
Fucking mid-song. Oh, what a professional.
Luckily, Orla's just at the back with all the other druggies, and her reaction is fairly standard. Doesn't seem out of place.
Oh shit, Slick, do you think his drink got spiked?
That dwarf lady, she could have done it to more than one person.
The secondary effect, however, a more mechanical one, is that you have a bit of a magical hangover, the pair of you.
Ooh, great.
What does that mean?
It means that you're not at your best spellcasting wise until
Right,
you've
okay.
had a rest.
Well, that regardless, I'm going to try and play on. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, as our ardent fans are aware, we use this place to really hammer out a material, before really committing it. So we're just going to take that one again for a couple bars before, what just happened. And get Bodhi to count us back in.
All right, I'll get you to win back the crowd. You can do your perform for that if you like. See how successful it is. All right, so everyone kind of gets back in the groove. Yeah, you're not feeling it quite as much as you were before, but that's possibly a good thing. Orla, you get a message from Daza.
Of course I do. What does it say?
Asking you to meet her tomorrow morning at a street docks called Doner Kebab, which is in the Milwaukee district.
Can I respond?
Mhm.
Can I bring a friend?
If you trust them.
Can I ask what this is about? I assume it's about my decision.
There are some arrangements that need to be made.
Is a bridge involved?
What?
Never mind. All right. See you in the morning.
Okay. Anything else you guys are attempting to accomplish at the party?
Get
Has
fucked
my
up.
has my ice spy been able to keep up with the dwarf?
No.
Right.
Yeah, oh man, if I was rugged in, that wouldn't have been a fucking issue. Right, well, I'll bring it back and try to.
Mostly, yeah, her speed is part of it. She also appears to be fairly adept at moving vertically, and also the
Mean parkour.
at a guess, you would say that she has the sort of the spring heel kind of augmentation, so allows her to jump about 3 or 4 times her own height. Also, the dense area that you're in makes it difficult, even if getting an overview. Like flying up high doesn't do anything except add to the density of buildings that you can see.
I didn't have anything really to achieve, but I have spent like probably more time ruminating on the kind of songs and stuff that Clay would write and perform, so I can describe some of that if anyone gives a shit.
Go on.
Yes.
Yeah, so there's like we just talked about it briefly last session about how the band is kind of looking like facsimiles of the actual gang. So the drummer Bodhi is mostly like Morty, but starting to look a little bit like Slick now. He's got this like cool coat on, and the Legend of the Red Dragon track, which is the EP they're putting out, is a completely percussive, like just instrumental track, which is just brutally kind of taking the motif of just like hitting things constantly, just like Morty would.
Sepultura vibes.
What? Yeah. And then there's some supplemental tracks, which I haven't thought of a name of, but basically they're lyrically they describe like the ideas that Clay has about what Morty's up to, what might happen with the kind of company he's running in, and metaphorically implies that he can call on us for help if he needs it.
So what does, out of interest, what does Clay think that Morty is up to?
Well, fighting insect spirits and whatnot. And he fully expects, was it Ares? Was it Ares?
Seder Krupp.
Seder Krupp to either set him up to fail or outright betray him. Yeah, and he gave him a piece of his horn, so he should be able to use some magic to track Morty if he needs to. And yeah, so that's that stuff. And then there's some other tracks like Princess and the Thief, which is clearly Orla and Slick. And during the Legend of the Red Dragon track, Betsy's AR blue dragon thing kicks off, making Bodhi look like this badass Drake. And then there's a track called Beige Bronco, which is kind of like Highway Star, except like to anyone to like probably to Neil, what the track sounds like is just like a lot of talk about parts of cars which are already good, but like totally unrealistic for them to be in the same vehicle. To someone thinking more outside the box, it's clearly like a well-researched metaphor for Neil, because Clay has this clear blind spot for him as like a leader of the gang. Yeah, so that's that. And yeah, I think that's all I've got for now.
Cool. I guess it's up to you guys how much you see of yourself in these songs. I mean, I don't think he made any secret about the whole Morty thing, particularly because I remember you guys having a conversation about the name of the EP and stuff like that. So that might be obvious, but the other stuff, who knows?
Yeah, it's up to you guys to be like offended with the yeah, man. Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, right?
Orla just is suddenly gripped with anxiety about tomorrow and in general, and just starts crying.
Meanwhile, Neil is doing his best to sing along to the chorus of Beige Bronco.
Okay. So,
And then also messages everyone and says, I want to go home.
Clay's too busy to read that, but when he reads it and notices the time, he will take that personally.
All right. Well, Neil's just gonna be like, "Oh, are you okay? Do you want me to call an Uber?"
I can do it. You guys keep enjoying your night. Happy birthday, Slick.
Have you been drinking anything?
I haven't had a chance, man.
Okay, good. No, just okay, good.
But I've got this meeting tomorrow with the Dazer. I don't want to go by myself.
Oh, it's not early, is it?
it's
in
like
the morning.
9. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I'll check in at about 7:38, see if anyone's alive.
8:45.
Yeah, I mean, if not, I'll just go by myself. It's fine.
Oh, we've always got your back. Even first thing in the morning.
Appreciate it, Neil. Peace out. Oh, also, did I see you flirting with a shorter woman?
No, I mean, okay, that's unnecessarily PC. No, no, she just tried to drug me.
What?
That's why I was asking if you're drinking, because I'm pretty sure she got Clay as well. He fucking zonked out right there on stage.
Oh no, that was something else entirely, and I was also there, but I'll explain later. It was weird.
Is this like a magic thing?
Yeah. Saw some weird stuff. There was a guy who was putting... Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'll talk about it later.
I think I liked that there before. Like, yeah, Slick definitely wants to have. Like, yeah, I'll be up. I'll come with you first thing. Let's do it.
All right, no pressure. Just enjoy yourself and don't go too crazy. I don't want to have to pick you up from a facility.
Hey, you know us.
I'll just hitch a ride with Neil. I'll jump on his back and we'll go wherever.
100%. You can definitely rely on us.
Okay. So Bitsy says, I'll come with you because, streets aren't safe and all,
Oh, is she here?
Mhm.
Oh, okay. All right. Thanks, Bitsy. Women looking out for each other.
She doesn't appear too... She's probably a bit tipsy. But she's got her own things to worry about, so she's not quite as animated as normal.
Ooh, tipsy Bitsy.
Okay. So, next day dawns. It's up to you guys how late, what the effect
I mean, I
might
assume
be.
mechanically for this, I didn't overindulge when I rolled my dice, so I'm fine, right?
Pretty much, yeah. Probably no more than just the usual feeling, kind of laissez-faire.
What are you saying?
Well, not implying anything about Neil in particular, but like one of those, drinking nights where you're definitely feeling it the next day, but not enough to complain, but not enough to actually stop you doing anything.
This is just a 2 ibuprofen day.
I'll send out a message saying, "Good morning. How are we all feeling? Clay, sorry for ducking out early. Loved your set. We need to discuss the van ride. Who's up for a little meet in an hour or so?"
Yeah, no, 100% already ready for. Where am I? Yeah, no, of course. And I go to bring the car around, realize I've got to do it manually like in the olden days. Ugh. I suppose with Grid Guide being a thing, I can just have the car come around, but I use the app, right?
Yes, sadly. So Clay and Orla, you're feeling probably not quite as rough in terms of your magic today, but there's definitely still a lingering effect. But you do feel like it's receding, and therefore shouldn't be too long lasting.
Yes, agreed. I'll come along as soon as I work out where I am. Hashtag launch parties, am I right?
The crowd loved you guys.
Yeah, middle sign emoji.
I'm still asleep. Slick has not reacted to any of this.
Fair enough.
Neil just messages to him, lol.
Hashtag lightweight. Yeah. Okay, so where are you meeting?
So where was the meeting with the Dazer?
So it's at a street docks place. So think of like a real low rent surgery kind of place, private surgery. It's in an old converted morgue in a fairly crummy neighborhood in Milwaukee, which is a section of the city, not the city of Milwaukee.
How far up? So I'm at my place, which I'm assuming I still live in the uni dorms, even though I haven't been doing anything.
So it's probably about half an hour away from where you are.
Oh yeah.
The rest of the guys probably take a little longer because they live more sort of the other side of the city, northeastern city. I think the uni's sort of mid-city.
Shall I get them to meet me here, and then we'll
It would probably make
head out
sense
together?
if they come over because you're on their way.
Yeah.
I can't remember what car we have. Is it the Toyota here in Carousel? Yeah, the Talon, right?
Yes. Because you and Slick live together, don't you? Yeah, we talked about that last time. So, I mean, you can let him sleep, or you can actually physically wake him up if you wish.
I'll prod him once.
Nah,
That doesn't do it.
out. I am out.
Just leave him a couple Panadols and a glass of water.
Yeah, blue Powerade.
Mm.
All right. So are those picking up Clay and heading over to Orla's place?
Yep.
Wherever Clay is.
Yeah, at some point we'll actually work out where in the city you live, but I have a vague idea about where you all are.
Last I heard, Clay wasn't sure where he was, so
True, yeah.
I'll drop a pin.
Yeah, we'll say for convenience sake, it's
Alright.
kind of along the way.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is quickly look at the map where his pin is, and I'm going to determine a route using what I know of the city, and I'm going to drive manually as practice.
I see. Okay.
Has he woken up in the house of a dwarf?
That's up to him. Okay, well, how rusty do you think Neil is at driving manually? Considerably?
He has driven manually a few times recently, and he does it for fun. But he hasn't done it to drive like a maniac for a very long time.
Is that what you're trying to do now? Is drive
No.
at speed? No?
No. I'm going to drive normally, but I'm just doing it manually because I know I'm going to need all that muscle memory and shit. Because
Right. Okay. So yeah, you get a few odd looks from people, as barely anyone actually drives anymore. The car is just a thing that they sit in while it takes them places. So they have nothing to do but look around at interesting sights, including somebody actually manually driving a vehicle.
Yeah, all these sheep just letting their cars drive themselves. What if the world ends up as like a cyberpunk dystopia and they've got to drive themselves? What then?
Perish the thought. Okay, so yeah, it doesn't really take you any longer. It just takes you a bit more effort than normal. Physical effort in particular.
I put it in H.
All right, so you pick up Clay wherever he happens to be. Hanging out on a street corner or something. And make it to Orla's place. Well, the dorm kind of place.
Yeah. I'll meet them outside. I'll jump in the car and tell Neil where we're going. I think this has got to do with me not being a royal anymore. I'm not sure what is happening, so...
The meat isn't at a bridge, right? Because
No, I asked her, I was like, is this something to do with the bridge? And she was like, what? So...
Wait, is this supposed to be a bridge? I am navigating manually. Are we in the right place?
Look, if we could just avoid bridges for a while, Neil, just
All right, give us a moment. Multitasking is way harder at the moment.
Tabletop. Maybe I'm thinking about it the wrong way, but I don't think we should be getting caught up too much about the bridge, because in your dream the dude did say things that he said come out bent. So maybe it's just more the loose idea of something's gonna happen.
Well, I can't avoid a bridge in a song. It's
that's a good point, actually. That makes sense.
Good point. Should we just tell Neil what happened? Or just
It's kind of worth pointing out, although something like this isn't obviously it's not impossible, but it is still fairly unusual even for you guys that you would both. What you'd assume has happened is that you both ascended to a similar spot in the metaplanes against your will, which is, like I say, not impossible, but you've probably never heard of it happening before.
So this was very weird. Orla's trying to explain it in a way that when you like have a really weird dream and you're trying to retell it, but you can't really get all the proper details out.
Oh, metaplanes. Yeah, been there, done that. It's pretty normal.
Yeah, the dude recognized you, even though you weren't really there.
I mean, I've been there before, man. Like at the Sealies thing, it was
all of us were there.
What do you mean?
Neil specifically as well. You have been in that van.
Have I? Can you jog my memory there?
I think we are talking Sealies. You kind of took a detour.
I remember the flying boat.
This was before you actually got to the main part of the Astral Quest where you were trying to get to. You somehow got kicked into a van in the middle of the desert driving along a road. And because you have had, or you've met him before, Harlequin was driving.
Fucking knew it was fucking Harlequin. Of course, I feel less clever now that I should have remembered it. Anyway, did I? Is Neil aware that is Harlequin, or does he know the name at least?
Yeah, because you've met him. Well, actually, have you met? I don't think he's given you his name as such, but you definitely know what he looks like.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I mean, it's just kind of like, yeah, same old. Don't worry, I'm an old hand at this metaplane stuff.
So Neil writes off. You don't actually mention that you've done exactly the same thing in the past.
Like, oh yeah, like the van that the elf guy thinks he's real clever. Yeah, met him, been for a ride. I mean, it was all pretty like crazy and shit. Your first time?
Yeah, so that's definitely not normal either.
I'll give you some pointers, probably.
Considering it's already happened, not sure you giving us advice helps now. But that's weird, right?
Look, I've dealt with them before, and the way I look at what he said is, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
What the fuck?
Neil's pretty sure he said something extremely profound.
No bridges.
Well, not until we cross it, right?
The other thing that I guess dream memory or astral memory, when mixed with you being back in the real world, is that you realize the face of the man who was wearing the Spock outfit was familiar as well. And you couldn't place it until now, but it is face of one of the former elven princes, Aaron the Scribe, who you've heard of in the past, but he's like most of the princes. They've kind of faded from view, from the public eye, but he was responsible for the founding of Turtangere for the most part. And
why did he have to wear the Spock ears?
Why indeed?
Who is the lady? Do we recognize the lady?
Interestingly, regardless of what angle you were moving to, you could never see her face.
Oh. Hmm. Okay. Curious. Okay. I'm just gonna park that for now. Orla's got other things to sort of think about as we're on our way.
Clay's running down like the rhyming words with van and just getting overloaded with choice.
Oh, and the yet? What was up with the writing on the gloves?
Oh yeah, there's heaps for that as well. Met, bet, let, kit.
Yeah. Single syllable words, just it's too easy.
Mm.
Something that you, or a potential connection you would make, knowing that that was Aaron the Scribe, is that he is associated with a poly club, a political club, which you have had some dealings with in the past, called the Young Elven Technologists.
Ah.
They were... Well, you didn't really have anything directly to do with them as such, but they are the rivals opposition to the Association Paranobilis. So they're more a technocratic kind of yuppie kind of group, as opposed to the APN, who are the primal back to the wild.
Yeah, didn't Morty kind of make friends with one of them a bit?
Yeah, you kind of used one of them to cause a distraction at the APN headquarters at one point. Because, yeah, they don't get on to the point of fisticuffs. So...
Right, sweet. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna move this round thing this way. Car goes this way. Check it this way. Oh! Yeah, it's mean. It controls the wheels. Well, I think it's cool. Primitive, but cool.
What's the
Pretty
deal with
old
that stick
school.
you keep touching?
Okay, well, first I need to explain how gear ratios work. Now, a long and involved lecture ensues.
Where's the kitty? Oh, there she is. Oh, it's Mango.
Wait, is
That's
it a
my
rogue
fucking
cat?
That's
Oh,
my
there you go.
cat.
Oh,
Oh, it's a different cat?
no.
Bad neighbor cat.
You know, having cats is meant to discourage other cats from...
This one is a fucking rogue, alright.
It
Like,
comes into
right-
our house and steals things.
Yeah,
They both do.
and also likes to attack from ambush.
Right. So, AJ, when do you think Slick is recovering from this evening?
Well, I don't know what the time scale is, but I mean, realistically, he probably woke up about, I don't know, 2-3 hours after those guys had left.
Okay, we're probably not quite there yet, but because I mean, I think she's meant to be there at like 9. So...
Oh, is he not even in the car?
No, he slept in.
Neil's going to arrange for a delivery of just deep fried shit to the apartment.
Wow, what a good friend.
It's his birthday, man. You don't turn 18 every day.
Deep fried protein bars.
Yeah, deep fried soy.
Nerps.
Maybe that's what eventually wakes me up. Is some knock
Food
at the
delivery.
door or something? Yeah.
Probably delivered by drone.
Well, I don't know. It's two Tangeray, so it's possibly.
An elf on a bicycle.
Yeah, exactly. Environmentally friendly. Yeah, so I guess you've been gifted a lot of fried food.
I'm sorry, there's an alarm going off in my house.
All good. Maybe we'll.
Yeah, well, obviously, I'm in a very unresponsive state, but yeah, I'll slowly chug my way through some of the food. I should imagine I don't finish it all. I probably take several bites out of some things and then just kind of leave it, even though it is a nice thing to wake up to. Yeah, not in the mood for smacking all that down.
Fair.
I then send Neil a message saying, "Holy shit! Did that dwarf lady actually drug us? Because I feel like shit."
Yeah, I don't think you need any help with that one.
Where is everybody? What the hell? What happened?
We've gone. We've gone to the Orla's appointment thing with the Dazer. We're just about there.
Right. Do you need me to be there? Because I can hold the fort here.
I would have prodded you harder. No. I left some Powerade on your table. Fucking get that down, and we'll see you when we get back, eh?
I'll do my best.
Yeah, I'll yell out if there's any trouble, but we're like hitting. Well, actually, I assume it's fairly far away. Sorry.
Yeah, sort of like 40, 45 minutes away.
Yeah, we're. Well, I'll drop you the location on maps, but yeah, it's pretty far away.
All right, I'm gonna go look after myself.
I know
Okay.
we're friends, but you don't need to share everything.
Okay, so pulling up outside the street docks place. So it's kind of like it's a strip mall kind of place, sort of a square U shape, couple of stories high, different shops. It's like a Korean place. There's an orcish cuisine place, which looks like what you'd expect in this particular area. So unlike the one that you might have gone to in more upper class area, there are a series of concrete stairs heading down with a AR sign that fizzes on and off for doner kebab. There's a fairly disreputable crowd hanging around in this particular area. There's like a mini street market thing going off in the parking space.
How much time do we have?
Probably 10-15 minutes.
All right, I'm gonna grab some Korean fried chicken. Anyone else want some?
Okay, I'll have a kebab. I want a kebab. That thing is flashing at me.
Okay, well, I'm going to the Korean place.
It's important to note that
Sounds good to me.
the street docks place, so it's called, i.e. as in a play on words.
Never mind. I'm good. I'll wait.
That name does not fill me with confidence if I just see treatment there.
It's just being edgy. Just, it's street food.
Am I about to be murdered?
Well, if they try and murder you, we'll just murder them instead.
Alright, but I hope I don't end up turning into a kebab.
Well, no, quite. Just don't go in there just yet. I'll be back in a sec.
All right, so you're gonna go order some food, some more food.
Well, I just realised I ordered Slick all that food, and I'm actually pretty hungry. And man, there's a Korean place. I'm gonna eat some fried chicken. Fuck that orc shit.
All right, so yeah, it's the usual warm and kind of moist place, clattering of pans. Several decades of awakening and technological progression hasn't really changed it that much, it seems, other than a list of the orders that they've got pending being AR and it does have a Trudio outlet, which is pretty retro for the 2070s, but it's playing some Korean drama.
Alright, so I'm just gonna hustle straight to the counter and be like, "Yo, 2 orders of your fried chicken, and I'll pay double if it's done in 5 minutes."
Okay, so they take the deal.
Fucking orcs, wouldn't they? This is why I come to a Korean place.
Little do you know, it usually takes 2.
Well, that's the thing. It might only take 2 at the orc place, but it wouldn't be worth it.
All right, and before long you have some fresh, hot fried chicken.
Fuck yes, I'm just gonna get stuck into it as I walk back. Or that sticky fucking sauce, just getting it everywhere.
Orla, like, kind of reaches in like a bird, like, in between Neil's hand, just, like, shoveling food into his mouth just to, like, get a couple of pieces.
Yeah, so he lets it happen. He's like, "Yeah, fucking, I knew this would happen. That's why I got 2."
Clay doesn't get any of this.
Yeah, I mean, food sounded good, but the magic hanger is still lingering.
Neil's just proffering the second box, saying, "Go on, you guys."
No, actually, I need to get some like electrolytes or some shit.
See, I did ask. I could have got you a Powerade. Fuck.
Yeah.
Well,
Sorry.
hurry up.
Sorry, this is
All right,
America.
I'll be right back.
Gatorade.
So Clay's just going to a convenience store.
Yeah, whatever's nearest.
Okay, so yeah, it's a far cry from the ubiquitous kind of Stuffer Shack brand. It's a more watered down, so to speak, convenience store, frequented by several of the what seem to be chip crazed folk about the place, muttering to themselves. Though these days it can be hard to tell when people are just talking to themselves or whether they're in some sense and interacting with the product.
It's hard to tell now.
Tis
Fucking crazies.
but none of them pay you any heed.
Good.
Should we take a break? All right, so you've got your hot food, your Powerade equivalent. Feeling marginally more fortified. What I might do is just jump back to Slick for a second, where there is a knock at the door, and probably most unusually is that it's an actual knock.
Do we have like a little peephole in our apartment or anything? Can I see who's on the other side?
Yeah, I mean, it's a low rent kind of place, which means it doesn't have much in the way of electronic security. But yeah, I'd say peephole is within your means.
Well, I want to have a look through, see who's on the other side of this door. By the way, I'm being as sneaky as I can. I don't want them to hear any footsteps.
Okay, there appears to be no one on the other side of the door.
Slick probably just checks the door's locked and just tries to brush it off. Maybe he's going pretty fucking insane because he's hungover. Who knows?
Okay, so turning back around, you can see the small gnome-like figure of Faust sitting on a table.
Well, Slick's happy to see the little guy. How we doing, Faust?
He says, sorry, I just wanted to get your attention.
Well, what brings you here? It's very nice to see you.
It took me a long time to find my way back after you and your friends released me. I thought I should come and thank you in person.
Well, no, we should be thanking you. You saved us.
I suppose we are even in some respects, and I feel like we had a connection that I should honor.
Well, that's very good of you. I just saw you as a trapped little soul down in the same cave as me. There's no point in making an enemy.
Well, it saddens me to say that you have made at least one enemy. I don't believe my former master was particularly happy with the way things turned out, even if he was able to use them to forward his plans. He still, with our abilities combined, caused a lot of destruction, and I believe the death of his other assistant.
Well, that's not good news. That's very troublesome, Faust. But I'm glad you told me because yeah, that's not good.
His power to reach you here will be limited. That's something, I suppose, but nevertheless, I thought it was worth warning you.
So is he actively searching us out right now?
I don't know. I no longer have the connection to him that I did. These were just the thoughts that I realized as I was expelled.
Right, so you just know of his intentions. Okay.
It would be too risky for me to get close to him. I'm afraid I can't risk my newfound freedom.
Oh, I wouldn't expect you to do that. I'm just glad to see that you're all right. Well, as best you can be.
You seem to be as well, although a little.
Well, I mean, I'm really, really hungover, if I'm honest. But yeah, I mean, but we seem to be doing all right. There's always some shit kicking off, but you know, we got out of there. That was a very hairy situation, by the way. That's probably the closest we've all come to failure. You know, that was not good.
I'm happy I could be part of that. Then you all seem to have good souls, so to speak.
Well, I think you're a good soul as well, Faust. Thank you very much. So, have you seen the other guys? Are they all right? Or is it
No,
just myself that you're going to present yourself to?
I. There are still many things that I need to determine. I just thought I should deliver the message that I had to you. You can deliver it to them as you wish. You all have my gratitude, but I guess I found it easier to find you than the others.
Well, Faust, once again, you've been a great guy. I wish you all the best.
Likewise, um, I may visit again if that is all right with you. Um, should I hear anything?
Well, I wouldn't expect you to do that, but it's always nice to know somebody's watching your back, Faust. That's very kind.
Of course, I'll I'll see myself out. And he disappears.
Oh, what a nice visit. Well, I need to. I want to get the guys in the group chat and just start off with. I just seen Faust. Faust just came to me in the apartment. I don't think I'm hallucinating. I think it was real. He turned up and we had a conversation.
Oh shit! He's like a free spirit, right?
Yeah, it looks like he is. He seems to be. I don't know. I don't know how all that shit works, but he's wandering around. He's doing his thing.
How did he find you?
I don't know. I think he said he had a connection with me.
Probably-
We made friends when we were in that cave. I was
Probably
nice to him.
magic.
But yeah, no, he very nice visit. He sends his best to you guys. He said you're all good people, but it came with bad news. Yeah, we've still got oh, I've forgotten his name. What's his name?
Church.
That whole incident. Faust told me that before he broke free from him, he definitely could tell the guy's thoughts and intentions were to get hunt us down, get back at us. Really, he was not happy with how things played out.
Man, that dude was fucked up.
So I think we got a church, potentially after us. This is not good. So yeah.
Add it to the list, I guess.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
a fucking number church. Is that his name? Yeah.
He was a pretty powerful guy. I don't know how the fuck we're gonna deal with him.
Thanks for letting us know. That was really nice of Faust to give us a heads up.
Yeah, seems like he's looking out for me.
And
Well, and you guys as well.
if we did have to go head to head with this guy, it would be nice to have Faust on our side.
Yeah, surely he'd know a lot about him being.
From what Faust said, he doesn't he doesn't have a connection with church at all, anymore. So I don't know if he could help us, and I think he's don't know if he has the strength or the ability right now to maybe help out as much as you think. But he's there. He's on our side.
Well, surely he knows what he's like and can remember, some of what this guy can do and that sort of thing. He's got some knowledge. I'm sure that'll help.
Thanks for the fast food, by the way, Neil. But oh, mate, I don't know if I could stomach that.
I just heats him up later, man.
So what are you guys doing right now?
Oh, we're about to head in.
Into where? I may have forgotten our previous conversation, Neil.
Oh,
I'm very
man.
hungover.
It's Orla's appointment with Adeza. It's at this fucking shady ass street dock clinic, but there's a mean Korean place here. Their fried chicken is sick.
Well, sounds good.
Yeah, I'll yell out if there's any issues, but
Yeah, I'm gonna go continue trying to rebuild the life inside me.
I feel that.
Maybe have a sit down shower.
Fuck yeah.
All right,
All
so
right.
heading down the steps.
Yeah.
Yes, but I'd like to leave the I Spy outside. Just maybe sitting like up on the building above the doorway to see if anyone comes in after us.
Okay. So yeah, there are a pair of doors below. One's just a standard, like slatted security door. You're buzzed through into the main morgue section. Essentially, like it's just down a reasonably dirty-looking corridor. There's an ancient mop bucket that has been gathering dust for several decades, it seems. And through a pair of swinging doors is the morgue area, which has been converted into a cyber surgery, but not one that you would relish visiting unless your life was in danger. And it's very possible that it would endanger your life being here in the first place.
Charming. This reminds me of home.
So Adeza is there talking to a large human male. He's dark-skinned. He's got long white dreadlocks. And his arms appear to be mostly metal, sort of arranged so that his hands appear to be more like a series of needles, 8 of them on each palm.
Jesus.
And his eyes are just silver chrome. He looks up as you enter and says to Adeza, your guests have arrived. I'll give you some privacy. He hops off his stool, nods to you guys, and heads past you into the corridor.
All was like,
And Neil's just doing the stony faced security guy thing.
hi.
Feeling insecure?
That's a bit mean. I mean, yes, always, but why do you ask?
You've brought a fair supply of muscle with you.
They're here for moral support. They're my friends. I didn't know what I was walking into.
We will discuss the details of our arrangement. If you're happy for them to sit in on that, I have a policy that the fewer people that know, the better, but I suppose you've had several illegal dealings with them, therefore they can be trusted with one more.
I trust these guys with my life.
This does concern your life. More accurately, as we've discussed, moving your life from one state to another. So Orla, as she is now, has to die. And then you can start a new life as whoever you wish to be.
Yeah.
In order for that to happen, we have to fool the Tirtangere authorities into reporting your untimely end. This is not my particular sphere of influence, but that may work to our advantage in some ways, because it also means my fellows won't be able to interfere. Those among us that would rather you not return at all to Britain. At least using this particular path, you might be able to return at one point, although never in your to your former life. In this case, your death only needs to be temporary.
Yes, quite. And we're talking death in the figurative sense.
That's right.
The needles.
If we can stage your death in such a way that it appears to be largely natural, then we need less evidence to convince the authorities that you've died. They won't open a major investigation, which would require a lot more work, which we don't have the time or the resources for.
Yes, I agree.
I've come up with a...
Sorry, is my mother still in the country?
Yes.
Okay.
I've come up with a plan that I think would have the greatest chance of success. What I will need from you is a sample of your blood, and I will need you to report that the refrigerator in your apartment is no longer functioning. What you will also need to do is arrange a scene of a spirit conjuring in your apartment. Ideally, summoning a spirit, a fire spirit perhaps, of sufficient power that its signature will persist and drown out anything else.
That sounds doable.
Ideally, you'll need to restrict any other kind of spellcasting that you might perform once the conjuration has happened, because the less of your signature in the room, as I understand it, the better it will be. The idea is that the spirit breaks out of your control, destroys the apartment and you in it. Before that actually happens, we can spirit you out of the apartment in the form of your replacement refrigerator, which I will have delivered approximately the same time as the summoning. You just need to put yourself into the refrigerator capsule. We can take you out, and the spirit can then destroy the room, as well as the surrogate that we will place inside.
Who's going to be put inside? They already did.
We've acquired someone that will serve that purpose.
Are they currently alive?
No, they're not currently alive. They're being held here in storage until we can effect this plan.
Okay. Well, I don't know about you guys, but this sounds like a pretty good plan. And I don't want to offend you, Adeza. I just want to be 100% sure that I can trust you.
I mean, I thought you said natural. It seems pretty complicated, but if you reckon this magic bit of it makes sense, then whatever.
If we can get the timing right.
You'll need to make it reasonably obvious what's happened, so set up some kind of summoning circle. There is a someone discreet here that I can give you the name of, where you can obtain the necessary ritual materials at a discount.
I have to be the one that summons the fire spirit. Okay. How long afterwards should I refrain from using magic?
The advantage with something like this is that we have complete control over the timeline. It's not difficult for me to arrange the shipment, so really, if you obtain the items that you need, you report your refrigerator missing tomorrow at whatever time you decide is appropriate. We can arrange for the delivery to take place, and you can do your conjuration at the same time.
Okay. Well, I guess I don't have any other sort of alternate ideas. Where can I get that info from? The materials and whatnot.
Okay, so she passes
Also,
you a...
Who was that dude? The needles guy.
He's one of our contacts here for situations like this. His name is Screwdriver. Typically, he's more responsible for cybernetic implants, etc. But today, all he'll be doing is drawing your blood so that we can use it as evidence.
And I'm assuming I'm going to have to change my appearance afterwards. Or what, leave the sea? But that's not happening.
The only people who are aware of your current appearance are in my office, and unlikely to be drawn over here if you're known to be dead.
Well, and my family. Right?
Also, they are less likely to run into you. I can't force you to change your appearance, obviously, but I couldn't say it's not a prudent step. But that's up to you. The chances of you running into someone who recognizes you, as long as you stay over here, are remote, but it's still a risk.
Yeah. I'll sort something out. Okay.
In terms of whether you can... Sorry.
Oh, show me where I can get the materials, and let's get this over with.
Very good. Okay, so she passes you a card, which has a physical card, which has a name of Aunt Maggie on it. Magic Emporium, which is not too far away from here, maybe 10 minutes away. If you'd like to take a seat, I'll bring Screwdriver back in and he can take the blood, and then you'll never have to be here ever again.
Sorry, what was the blood for?
There is some influence that I can bring to bear within the Peace Force. They will need to take evidence from the body, regardless of whether they suspect any foul play. I can make sure that the sample that they take is the one that you'll be giving me. They won't match it to the body.
DNA, or like magic DNA, or both.
Okay. All right.
It won't be stored. They'll only use it to verify the identity. As long as we slip it into the right hands, they'll believe you are the one, and they'll report that it's dead. Once the Peace Force have verified that it was your identity, then the news will trickle outwards from there.
All right.
You're pretty sure of your Peace Force contacts if you can slip in fake evidence?
They owe us a few favors.
Well, I hope this works out.
I do too. I'm not sure what we'd do if it doesn't, so just keep an eye out. If we can pull this off, then you won't be looking over your shoulder ever again, and this will be the last time we have to have this talk. I'll be there for the delivery and the handoff, and then you'll never see me again.
Man, seems like them Brits should have just gone with the traditional method. Guillotines and shit.
Not sure how you'd get someone to pretend to cut my head off.
Nah, I mean, to deal with this issue before it become an issue. I don't think any little French princesses are having to run away from their fucking families right now. I mean,
but then I wouldn't exist, so...
Yeah. Well, I mean, all their ancestors died. But, just a thought.
Well, yes, certainly in the New World, there's no such thing as backstabbing or politicking.
Alright, take my blood.
Okay.
Here you go.
So, Screwdriver comes back in and jabs a needle into your arm.
Yo.
One of his finger needles?
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
I hope you washed your hands before this.
He's just been in the loo, probably.
Oh, that doesn't sound like it would be much fun.
All right, and then you can leave.
All right. Guess I'll just go to the Magic Emporium now.
Okay.
I think I might go alone. I don't know. I feel like Neil especially is recognizable. And Clay. I don't know. I'll just
And
duck
kind
down
of
to
a big
them.
deal.
Yeah, exactly. And you're just only going to get bigger. I mean, with this new EP.
Aw. Thanks, Orla.
Yo, is that on Spotify yet?
Yeah, but only for, trying to get exposure, because they don't pay their artists very much.
All right,
Yeah.
so yeah, you're just going by yourself.
Mm.
Okay.
Wait in the car, Neil. I'll be back, and then we can leave. Or near the car. I don't know.
Yeah, okay. And Neil's standing beside the car, and he's just looking up at the Korean place, going,
Want some more?
What was this lady's name?
Aunt Maggie.
All right. I'll go into the shop.
Okay, so it's fairly pungent with the aroma of several different kinds of spices and herbs all hanging from the wooden rafters. Many different kinds of crystals and geodes line the walls. There are rushes on the floor. And an old, rotund woman with stringy, frizzy grey hair behind the counter, her brow thick with lines.
Aunt Maggie?
Yes, it's I. Come, child. What can I find for you?
I was looking for materials to summon a fire spirit.
A fire spirit. Well, if you wish to contain... Why is there a can there? Is this advertising?
Yeah, I think he's showing off.
Okay. If you wish to contain fire, there are many things I can supply to you, but I would need to know how strong your call is going to be. You don't want to get things wrong with fire.
Quite. Fairly strong. I feel like I'm advanced enough to handle it.
Something else as well, sorry, is that the card says that you should mention Henry Tudor.
The 8th?
Well, as long as you say the words.
I've just been reading up on Henry Tudor.
Okay, so she kind of rolls her eyes and says, of course. Very popular topic these days. All right, I'll see what I can find for you. So she heads out back, leaving the store empty for a second, other than you. It's fairly quiet, apart from the creaks underfoot that you can hear as she moves around. For long, she pops back out. It says, what you need, I do have, though I don't have everything in stock right now. Are you able to come back later on this evening, I wonder?
What are you missing?
Oh, nothing too difficult to obtain. I just need to correspond with a few of my sisters, and they would be able to supply me, I'm sure. Not in any particular rush, are you?
Oh, no. Tonight will be fine.
Good. Very good. I will have everything prepared by 6 o'clock. Just in time for tea.
Beautiful.
I'll see you here then.
Yes. Yep. You will. Thanks, Aunt Maggie.
Don't mention it.
Okay, bye. See you later.
Okay.
And I'll leave the shop and go to the car. I need to come back here tonight. She doesn't have everything. She asked me to come back at 6.
Oh. I mean, we can do that. Does that sound shady? Is it? That's not shady, is it?
Well, I don't know where else I'm supposed to get this stuff. And
Did you say
Adaze
what
is
she
the
was
one that.
missing?
No, she was just like, no, nothing that's too hard to find. I just need to talk to some sisters. But, I mean, Adaze told me to go to her and told me the words to say, so.
Yeah, well, if this was a double cross, it wouldn't be from a Daisy, because she could have just had old mate fucking inject you with some anthrax or some shit
Well, exactly.
when he had his little fingies in your arm.
Yeah. I don't want to think about that again. It was weird.
Maybe
Eyes.
ask Adazer about it.
Yeah, I'll flick her a message and be like, hey,
Bad vibes.
have to come back tonight for items. That okay?
Okay, so there's some typing. I work in espionage. I don't feel good about anything, so I can't give you much advice in this situation. You're asking me maybe if this person is 100% reliable, and I would say to you that no one I work with is 100% reliable.
Well, that's useful.
But I can't think of any reason she would have no idea who you are.
Well, no, I'd like to kind of keep it that way, to be fair. Or do I?
Maybe take your muscle.
Should we ask? Should we go back in there and ask that lady if she could just have another look? Look out the back. You guys?
Do you think she was lying?
I think she might be stalling. If anything, she could be stalling and is trying to set me up.
Well, I don't want to walk into a setup, but at the same time, I also don't want to like draw attention by carrying her. You know.
Maybe I'll go in. We never discussed price, so I could go back in there in the pretense of.
Maybe get Betsy to tap her comms or something and see what she's
Yeah.
reaching out to other people about.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Go in there and haggle, but also see if you can incentivize her to have the shit on hand for a bit of extra. Maybe that's what all she was trying to do.
Can anyone hack into her comms?
I mean, if anyone can, Betsy can.
So Bitsy says, "Oh, I'll get right on it." I mean, people dealing with like dried herbs and stuff, they're usually not so good with the, matrix stuff.
I'm just gonna go back in the shop. Do you guys want to like come in, but like kind of browse the front?
I'm sure Clay could fake that convincingly. Maybe I'll just hover outside.
Okay, so although reasonably sparing in terms of AR displays, etc., you can see that the store is now marked as closed.
Of course it is. I'll just knock. Aunt
There's no
Maggie!
response.
I'm just going to stand to the wall, light up a menthol ultra J, and pretend to be Silent Bob.
Is there some sort of back entrance?
Yes, there is. There's like a loading dock around the back.
I'm just gonna go around there.
All right, let me scope it out, hey?
Okay.
Wait, no, you look at it magically, but I'll go in.
Oh. I was just gonna look physically.
Well,
My magic's a little bit iffy at the moment. I'm a bit hungover and I'm gonna need all my...
Yeah, but if you can just tell me if there's like a magical dragon or something that I can't see.
I'll check.
Yeah, I'm just looking for a runaway or don't run away kind of deal.
Okay, yeah, sure. I'll
Sweet.
Look.
So I'm just gonna wander around there casually, smoking my Ultra J, just looking like an orc in an alleyway.
Surely you could put your I Spy around there.
So this is like a section of different, like single-story shops, basically in a line. So that's what the alley's made up of. It's just the reverse of all of these different businesses with their different rear entrances or loading docks or garages or basement level access, that sort of thing. So yeah, you can see the rear entrance to her side. It's obviously closed up. It doesn't appear to be, there's no particular security or anything that you can see other than a camera looking out into the alley. It's pretty simple. There's just the rear section of the shop with a normal door. There's a roller door for the garage entrance when I guess she's taking in a decent amount of supplies, and there's like a small painted section for parking. It's pretty quiet in the alley at the moment. It's midday.
Are there any vehicles in the parking area for this particular shop?
Yeah, there's one. It's like a beat up runabout.
Does it have like stickers on the back that say things like have faith in magic or some shit?
Unvaccinated and proud.
Yeah, there's a little bit of that.
Like fuck 1080.
Nothing particularly strong. More, go with the grace of the mother kind of thing.
Like one of those coexist stickers that is made up of all the religious symbols.
Yeah, that kind of theme of things. Astrally, you can't really see anything that stands out here. It's alley. It's a fairly sterile kind of place, and you don't see any magical security.
Man, sterile is not how I would describe most alleys.
Sterile in terms of life. There's no life in the alley other than you and maybe a few.
Teeming with bacteria.
Yeah. Bacteria are fairly dim on the astral plane.
Well, after a little bit of a look around, I'll just wander on back and then flick the ice spy up and have it just settle on the building, like just at roof height, to look down and keep an eye on the place.
Okay. What next?
Okay, so I take it now it's like probably not even 10 o'clock, right?
Yeah, it's probably 10:30, 11.
I just want to like bang on the back door because she couldn't have gone that far, right? I just want to like talk to her.
Can I see
Hello, Aunt
I
Maggie.
Can I see any cameras or anything?
Yeah, there is a camera for the back door, like pointing out towards her car, etc.
Well, I'm going to position myself outside of the camera's field of view, but as close to the door as I can otherwise be.
Okay, so yeah, after a few moments, the door opens and you can see her sort of blinking out into the alley, looking up at you, Orla.
I'm so sorry. I completely forgot to ask, and then I turned around and you were closed. But we never discussed any sort of pricing.
Okay, while this is going on, I want to sidle along the wall, just so I can basically, because I assume she's not looking at the camera view right now. So I'm just going to stay pretty close to the door so I can step out and be beside Orla at a moment's notice.
Okay. Well, she says, well, ordinarily the supplies that you're requesting would be a 1100 nuyen, but with all the trouble that I'm asking you to take in terms of coming back, I feel that it would be imposing of me to charge you that price. So what do you say we settle on 800?
I was just thinking, is there any way to get the missing items any sooner? I'd be happy to pay a bit extra.
Sooner? Well,
Like-
I suppose you have a busy schedule.
Yeah, I mean, it's just so far out, and I don't really have my own sort of form of transport, and it would just be really cool if I could get it, ASAP before I have to head all the way back. I'd be more than happy to compensate for it.
Well, I suppose if you are happy to wait around here or avail yourself of the other shops, I could head out now and see if I can get them for you. I'd be happy to do that, I suppose. For if you wish to pay extra, then shall we say 900 then? That would more than compensate me for my time, I suppose, and reduce the bother on both of us.
All right. That sounds good. Thank you so much.
Of course.
Do you have any idea how long I should be waiting for?
If everyone is in possession, which I believe they should be, then I should be back within the hour. I hope that suits you.
Well, it's much better than 6, so
Yes.
that would be great.
Yes, of course. Yes. I'd better get going then. I'll just lock up. So she engages the security system and hops into her car.
Fuck. I guess
Says,
she's me then.
You what?
I mean, if she comes out the door, she's going to see me.
Well, yeah, I guess there's a bit of time before if you want to do anything.
Oh, I'll just step up to Orla, put my arm around her shoulder, and be like, I'm going to put on like a surfer boy accent, be like, "Hey, babe, did you get all the trinkets or whatever?"
Okay, so yeah, she sort of awkwardly shuffles past you. Sorry, excuse me. There is a passable cafe on the corner if you'd like to wait there.
Right on.
At least it's a little more picturesque than this alley.
Hey, should we get a caramel macchiato? Oh.
So she starts up her car, backs it out with a backward glance, drives off.
Could I tell the I Spy to just sit on her car for the ride?
Yes, you could do that.
Probably easier than following it. I imagine that would not work.
Bitsy says she's making a call to the airport.
Should we get back to the car right fucking now?
Yep.
Okay, let's hustle.
Okay.
Can you insert any of the call, Bitsy, or do you just...
I should have just asked for all of the other things in the meantime.
Is she is she driving towards the airport as well?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well let's pile into the fucking car and tail her, right?
So Bitsy says her system isn't particularly sophisticated, but the one it's connecting to could very well be. I can attempt to listen in if you wish. It might
Yeah,
give
even if
thing
it's
away.
just her side of the dialogue, they're pretty better than nothing.
Sorry I've dragged you all in on this, guys.
This is good practice. And now I'm going to manually drive the car. Well, I mean, how hard is it to catch up to it?
Not. Even with your inability to drive the way that you would normally drive.
All right, not
She's hardly an
inability.
expert. It's just, obviously you're trying to tail her, which is a little different than just...
Well, I've never been more glad to have a beige Toyota.
But, I mean, Bitsy's able to at least pinpoint the vehicle for you as well, where it's going. She's just using Grid Guide as normal. Okay, so yeah, Bitsy's able to patch in kind of what she is saying. So she says, yeah, someone over here saying the words, like you said was going to happen maybe, and I don't know, something seems to be up. Like, do you want to still? Like, I'm not really sure what to do here. They want these supplies right away, so I'm coming to you.
Although we've been made, or you've been made, they don't know who the fuck I am.
I've been had. I'm just gonna message a Days and be like, The auntie is flying.
That's all you're saying?
Yeah. Oh, also, I'm gonna say I didn't even get any of the items.
Okay. So she says, okay, we're going to have to act fast.
Would I know any, like, would I have any knowledge as to what I would need for summoning a fire spirit?
Yes, and I mean, you don't need anything in particular. Like, you can just do it. Adeza said to do it, like, it just helps set the scene if there's a summoning circle there. So what she says is maybe just try and make it look like a circle as much as you can. I know you must have a bunch of crap just sitting around that you can set up and probably do it'll probably do the scene justice, particularly if you just get the spirit to wreck it all anyway.
Yeah, I mean, surely, like, it would just sort of look like I was just trying to practice and then shit went wrong.
We're going to need to do everything now. Can you maybe get your Decker friend to put in your repair request as if it happened a day or two ago?
Hey, Bitsy.
Yeah, I've seen it. All right, so you want me to leave this old lady and go do this other thing?
Yeah,
It's a
I
fluid
think
situation, Bitsy.
I feel like this old lady knows something.
Yeah, well, on that topic, do we also leave the old lady and go do the thing? Does Adeza know we're tailing her? Does it matter?
Well, I'm gonna have to go back to the apartment now.
Alright then. I would like to cut a sick U-turn.
All right, so is Slick following all of this at this point? Oh, you're on mute.
Obviously, I'm following, but yeah, Slick is not up to date with any of this whatsoever. In Slick's mind, he's just recovering from a hangover party. Like, you guys are off helping Orla with something, but he has no idea.
Yeah, this is kind of all at arm's length. It's kind of like watching it on TV. Like,
he's just having a sit-down shower.
So are we in a particular hurry right now?
Yeah.
Okay, then I would like to manually go faster than Grid Guide would like me to.
Right, so you're heading to the apartment. You keeping the I Spy on her car?
Yeah.
Okay. And I would like Bitsy to call in that request.
Yep. Yeah, so you get back to the apartment. Bitsy's like, okay, it's done. Pretty sure it'll read all right. I don't know if anyone will really look at it, but if they do, it should look okay. If I were you, I would go, I don't know, cut a wire or something in your fridge, you know.
I do want it to not be. I'm gonna do that.
All right, no. Can you get me a wiring diagram for this model, and we'll suss out exactly what to cut, or, well, I mean, probably not cut, like make it look like it is frayed or whatever.
I still got a back door into the repair company, so whatever you do to it, I can transfer across to the symptom report, you know.
Right,
Am I supposed to be getting into this fridge?
No. So the idea is that Adeza will turn up with the new fridge in a big box.
And I'll just go into the box.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. I was going to say, I don't want it to be too cold for when I get in, but...
Yeah, you're not getting a new fridge out of it, sadly.
No, it'll be a waste. Alright, so I'm gonna clear some room in my living area and just start gathering things in a circle,
Alright.
like matches and lighters and oil.
Sounds like you're staging a drug overdose, but in any case, Neil will perform the necessary sabotage on the fridge.
Cool.
I don't need a roll for that.
It's one of those things that I will get you to roll for it if it becomes relevant.
Joy.
Okay. So yeah, you prepare your living room. Clay, what are you doing? Just hanging out?
Yeah, just enjoying the ride.
Yeah, I assume they've dropped me off there and are no longer with me.
It would make sense. So
Yeah,
Neil's operating on your fridge, but other than that, I'm
I
guessing
would
he'll
help
be
with the
out
summoning,
of
but
there.
I don't want to taint the currency with my own essence.
I assume fucking with the fridge won't take long in any case.
No.
Yes, I'll do that, and then I'll head out and be like, "Later's, babe. Maybe we'll get some caramel macchiatos later."
Just in case. It's either because just in case someone's listening, or just because Neil likes doing it. I'm not sure which.
It is both of those things.
Okay. So Aunt Maggie has made it to the airport, and the I Spy shows that she is picking up a young woman in a suit. She has shoulder-length red hair and is otherwise unfamiliar. She's elven as well, though.
Yeah. Well, I'll just be like, "Hey, Bitsy, you're getting all this."
Yeah, I'll see if it comes up with anything.
No vague familial reference to Orla or anything like that?
No.
It's an elf.
True. Hey, it's your sister, Orla. Yeah.
Hey, Orla, do you know this person?
It's a bit racist.
Whoa, you don't get to say that to me. Check your privilege.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
Actually, I'll say that Orla, you do recognize her, someone you haven't seen for quite a while, and never really had much to do with. But you do remember her name was Jill, and she was part of the Lunar Circle. So your druidic association that you were part of for a while.
Yeah, she looks familiar. I don't know if she'd know who I am.
Okay, this seems like another layer of fuckery. I mean, what would this woman know anything about the whole fucking princess issue?
Well, a lot of shit went down, and there were a lot of rumors.
Okay, but she's not like a confidant or whatever.
No, I don't think I've ever really had more than 2 words with her.
Mm. Okay, well, that kind of...
It's really weird, though.
It's fucking weird as fuck.
Who is this old lady?
I got a bad feeling about this. Look, I can keep an eye on them to an extent. And Bitsy, you can probably do that better as well. But I think we should, like, prioritize that because of the bad feeling in my tummy.
Well, regardless, the me who they think they know is going to be gone.
Yeah, but I'm just thinking, like, let's... yeah. All going well. I'm just...
Mm.
Call it paranoid, I don't know, man.
Well, do you want to head out there or something while I'm doing this?
I don't know what I could do. Like, drive into the side of them and be like, fuck, sorry.
Yeah, you don't want to damage the car.
Not the beige Bronco.
What are they saying? Does the drone have a microphone?
It's basically sitting outside of the car, so I imagine it's not going to be able to hear anything they say inside it.
Yeah, I'm not even sure that an I Spy would. Oh, no, I suppose it probably would. But yeah, it's primarily designed for aerial kind of views, but it can be used as a bug. But it's usually, like, say, kind of inside, like in a room or something like that.
Yeah, I'm sure, like, if I got it inside the car, you might get something, but I don't want to try doing that because I can't work it proper right now. I got to use this app, and oh my god, you've no idea.
Yeah.
Bitsy says they seem to be using a white noise generator now that that girl's in the car.
They've definitely got something to hide, and they're prepared to hide it.
Orla's just gonna busy herself with trying to do this thing.
Do they know your address? What? They...
I hope not. Where are they heading?
They seem to be heading back to her shop.
Mm.
Well, they did say you could pick up the shit in an hour, so maybe I've been established as a person. Maybe I could pick up and be like, hey, yo, she's enjoying the macchiato so much she had 2 or some shit, and while you're doing this shit, I'll pick it up.
Yeah.
Okay, so hey, Slick.
Yeah, and I'll come along for some backup.
Yeah, Clay for sure, because we definitely want that magical muscle. But Slick, do you want to also come along?
Oh wait, are you back at the apartment now, Neil?
I'm in the area, but we got to go to the shop and pick up the shit that Orla needs to stage her like death thing. But
whoa, staging deaths? Whoa, man, what the fuck? What?
It's a lot to lay on it, dude.
It's
What the hell happened? Like, I thought
It's a
we were
fluid
all
situation, Slick.
right.
That's how
Yes.
Clay says about everything.
Things are in flux. But
He's not wrong, but
thing is, we got to do a meet with this woman to pick up some magical supplies for Orla so she can do her thing, and like she's acting suspicious, so a little bit of backup would be pretty good.
Right, we're right. This is gone from 0 to 10. We're fucking shit up. All right.
Yeah. So this woman, she's basically, I'm hoping she'll let me pick up the things because she saw me with Orla. But I want you and Clay as my backup in case anything goes fucky.
All right. I think I've had my shit. I've had my shower. Yeah, I'm feeling a bit more awake. We can do this. I'm ready.
My man. All right, Clay. I need I don't know. Oh fuck. Hey Orla, did you like take a magical peek at this woman and see if she can actually do magic, or that she just sells shit to magic hands, magical editions?
you didn't say you were looking at her astrally, so.
Come on, magicians. Sense everyone is the rule of thumb. That's not a character, because obviously Neil doesn't know what the fuck the sense means.
Can we
It
flash
is
back to me doing
fairly
that? 'Cause
common, but sorry.
Yeah.
Can we flash
Yeah,
back to me doing that? Because I wasn't really doing anything else at the time. Why not?
Yes, you can do that for a karma.
All right.
Okay, so she is mundane.
Which could just mean she's masking it, right?
Well, I guess if we can assess your degree of confidence with a roll, if you'd like.
All right.
So for you, it's you, yeah, Intuit.
Yeah, sure. 2 dice, please, go.
So yes, she could be masking it. Yeah, consequences are that you just don't know. You already have this whole not too sure about this woman kind of thing.
I mean, she seemed mundane, but this situation's so sketchy, Neil. It wouldn't surprise me if she was, one of those badasses that
Right. Okay. Well,
just look mundane.
Okay. Well, you guys, you're on it. You're on Overwatch and backup. Keep your magical peepers open, and if she makes a little magical move, well, I don't know. You use your judgment.
Sure.
Okay, so what's the plan then?
So the three of us are going to go to the shop to meet her after the allotted hour has expired, and Neil will be like, and pick up the supplies, having accidentally established that he is a person involved in the thing, and it'll be fine.
Okay, so in terms of what happens in the intervening timeline, so Maggie stops the car like a block or two away to let out her passenger, who then starts to walk towards the shop, and Maggie drives there and parks back in her parking spot and heads inside. Just in time for the redhead to knock on the door and come in.
Hey, Clay, is that other chicken magic?
I don't know yet.
Which one are we supposed to be fucking up?
We're not fucking up anyone yet, but you be ready to do all the fucking up if I say the word.
Have we arrived?
Not yet, because that's what was happening in the intervening time.
Okay.
And yeah, I was assuming you're unattaching your I Spy from the car once it come to a stop.
Yeah. Sorry, thought we were there. Sorry, Clay.
You'll be there like 10 minutes because you're having to drive all the way around. Yep.
All right. So is this?
Well, I can fly over there as a astral projection, and
Yes, you can.
yeah, I'll.
Oh yeah.
Wait, if she's magical, she'll be able to. No, it's only if she's also.
She would have to be astrally perceiving. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I'll fly out there and check him out.
Okay, so it's not particularly easy getting your bearings astrally, but you've been to the place physically before, which helps you navigate your way there, absent any kind of street markings or signs or guidance that you can access from the astral plane. But you find yourself back in your sterile alley without too much difficulty. With a thought, you want to proceed inside the store?
Cautiously, yes. Because if you're asking me that question, I assume there's something fucky going on.
Okay, so the store, like there's the storage area, so the layout of the place. There's the storage area, which is the roller door garage that's connected to another smaller sort of internal, like the rear of the place, where she went to go find the supplies. So presumably where all the stock is sorted onto shelves. And then there's the main body of the place itself. So which part are you entering?
I was just planning to use the front door.
You're going in the front? Okay.
Yeah.
So there doesn't appear to be anyone inside the front of the shop, the actual storefront side.
Okay.
There's a few low-level magical artifacts that glow on the shelves.
Ooh, fancy. Focus. So was there a back room? Well, sorry, I was...
Yeah, so there's the storage interior garage place, and then there's the storeroom place that's attached to that, which is where the Aunt Maggie went out the back to see what supplies she had, supposedly.
Yeah, let's try the place that Aunt Maggie didn't go.
Where she didn't go, like the storage garage place?
Yeah, that place.
Okay, so yeah, that appears to be devoid of life as well. You can sort of dimly make out several boxes and containers stacked up higgledy-piggledy about the place.
But then who was Redhead?
I guess they're in the storage room. So I'll go there.
Okay, so before you do that,
God.
An astral presence pushes through the wall, and it's as obvious to you as you are to it. You're not sure what it is, but you do hear it say, "Mistress."
I come back to my body.
All right.
Nope.
Later, Bo.
All right. So yeah, you shoot out of there. You don't appear to be pursued. Find yourself waking up.
All right, Neil. There's some fucking heebie-jeebies going down there.
Man, I fucking thought that might be a thing. What do you mean by that? What does that mean?
There was an astral presence there that, like, there must have been, it could have been a spirit, I guess. I didn't stick around, but
do they know you were looking?
Yeah, they knew.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right, Clay. Okay.
So maybe you and Slick should go in without me and see if you can do your ruse. And just call me in if things are kicking off.
My whole idea was that you and Slick stay out of sight unless things kick off.
Yeah.
In any case, because I know Slick can fucking shadow in fast as fuck, and you can like do a magic of whatever. But I mean, I got to leave it up to your judgment how you like stay out of sight, because if that thing sees you, it'll recognize you, right?
Yeah, just drop me off like a block away or something.
Okay. Yep.
Orla, what's your plan?
I'm making my circle.
So, when have you decided that you're going to actually do the summoning? Are you waiting for them to do their thing, figure out what's going on, or are you trying to get it done quickly?
How long do I know when this delivery is going to be taking place?
Well, I guess Adeza said if you tell her when, and she did, you gave her a heads up before that would need to happen straight away. So basically, whenever you say.
If I start doing this on my own, how long does it take?
To do the conjuration?
Yeah.
Moments.
Okay. I might just sit back and just wait. Yeah. I'll just get everything prepared in the meantime, just in case. Because I know that even after they get if they get the supplies, it'll still take them half an hour to get here, and then.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna rack my brains and think of that redhead chick. Try and see if I can remember anything specific.
Well, yeah, I guess other than her being a member of the circle and being quite a strong nationalist.
The circle being the one where I kind of grew up and slash around in Ireland.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, fuck, she's IRA.
Look out for bombs, etc. Okay, well, I think that might be a good time to leave it.
Hmm.
We'll see what happens next time.